Hey yo guys, it's Ruby. Welcome back to another video. Okay, you guys know the drill by now. We are back with another Behind the Mind. Today we'll be taking a deep dive into Most Wanted. Okay, so how did I come up with the idea of Most Wanted? Honestly, I just thought, where haven't we seen Planky yet? Because we've seen him in jungles, caves, the Arctic. But the one place we hadn't seen him yet is in the Wild West. And that sort of vibe just fit him, you know? And also, this was my first chance to break away from the backstory of him and just have fun writing without any of the introductory stuff. But without any further ado, this is the full breakdown on Most Wanted. The Most Wanted logo was actually inspired by the cover art of the trailer song. The music that plays in the intro is from a Wild West game called Red Dead Redemption 2. I got the name Deadwood from ChatGPT because I told it to give me the most Wild West town name. I wanted to shoot this video a little bit differently than the Plank to Save Them All or War of Hearts, so all these beginning scenes I recorded in first person, no replay. I thought maybe this would save time because I wouldn't have to export all the replay shots, but no, it was hell and I quickly learned from my mistakes. The mayor has a comedically large mustache because that's just what mayors have. The song that plays when Chelsea walks in is Chelsea Dagger.
He's not my boyfriend.
The line that originally followed this was her saying, "If anything, you are." How did Slayer die? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not in F1. Okay, there we go. Now I can lock in. But anyways, I decided I didn't want Chelsea to have that type of love for Planky.
I've been yelling your name all morning.
Okay, so I want to have a familiar face in Most Wanted, but the problem was I kill all my characters. So Miguel was my only choice. The word evil is being sang as Planky looks at John because that's how John views him. Let's talk about how I made John. I knew before anything that I want to use the John Marston skin from Red Dead. Then I came up with the last name Maverick because I just like the name. And to go with that, I went with the most American name I could think of, aka John. So I swear this wasn't just me stealing John Marston's character and tweaking the last name a bit. The song that plays in Desert Storm is called Survive, and different shaders are used to indicate a different location. The song that plays during John and Nash's talk is John the Revelator. The song that plays during Miguel's escape is Realization and Escape because that's exactly what happened. Yeah. The zombified Plank person that Planky puts down was his innocence he killed in the last character video. Planky knows how painful the Warden Blast is, which is why he used it. When Planky switches to the Arctic, the same shade as from War of Hearts is used. Also note the Guardians underwater because that's how Planky remembers the Arctic. Nash doesn't acknowledge Miguel until he realizes Planky isn't there because like he said earlier, leave the Mexican, I don't care. I don't want to deal with the cartel either. Planky used the pelt from the go as a blanket. I hope you guys enjoy this flashback scene because we had to rebuild the house block by block. When the sheriff looks back at his hat, he realizes he needs to do whatever it takes to protect his town, even if it means getting killed. Also note that the sheriff was such a good shot that he domed that guy with his one bullet. Miguel cared for the sheriff not only because he's a human being, but also Planky would have told Miguel stories of how great of a man Sheriff Rhodes was. Thank you, Miguel. He called him Miguel, guys, not Mickey. Miguel, because he finally sees him as a friend.
Mr. Jackson was a traitor, so I handled it.
John calls him Mister because he fails to acknowledge that Josiah was just a kid, not a soldier. I don't usually point out bloopers, but this one's kind of funny. So during Planky's speech, you can see a pumpkin in the background. That's because the resource pack for the sheriff's hat didn't work on replay. It only worked in my first person shots, which is why low-key all the characters drop the hats after the first few scenes. Oh, Jesus. Okay, hold on. What is happening? This has never happened during a Behind the Mind before. I'm sorry. I started getting better with my skins around this time, so I like how you can tell the clear difference between a flesh wound and him just being covered in other people's blood. Since this is a cowboy movie, I thought it was funny to use Clint Eastwood and Arthur Morgan skins.
I bought a mouse trap because I found a mouse in my pantry.
I had to give Planky a pantry solely because of this line. When Planky's being hung, they use a chain instead of a rope because it's harder to snap. During Planky's testimony, the first time that we see John look back at him is when he starts questioning John's character because that is the only thing that bothers him. So that's why Planky continues berating him after that. And there it is, the full breakdown of Most Wanted. Honestly, for a 50-minute video, this Behind the Mind felt short because a lot of things were hinted at in the video, so I didn't really need to explain them. When watching this back, I forgot how beautifully it was paced and how every character had bars. I'm not gonna lie. Out of all the Planky videos, this one is my favorite. Also, knowing what I know now about not only Silent Tears, but also future unreleased character videos, some scenes will hit a lot different when those videos come out. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Next episode will be the final breakdown of the Planky series. So, if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on all your post notifications, and peace.